I wasn't even there every day. Me and his mom got divorced. I saw him on weekends when I could. Now I'm sitting here asking myself, did I fail him? We're getting into it, baby. What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mike Manifestations Podcast. We're at 666 subscribers as of today, guys. And I appreciate every single one of you that keeps showing love and growing with the podcast, baby. Yup. Thank you. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We're on the road to 1,000. This is a podcast where real people bring real situations. And we talk about it with no filter. The real stuff. We don't sugarcoat a goddamn thing up in this motherfucker. And today, this one hits a little bit different. Like I said, if you're tuning in, I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You send the truth in. I hold the mic. Anonymous stories. Real talk. No judgment. Hey, we just honest. We tell it like it is. If you guys been following me since day one, you guys know we don't sugarcoat a dang thing up in this podcast. Anyways, so with that, guys, Robert writes in. He says, hey, Ben. He says, my son just got arrested for armed burglary. And from what I'm hearing, he's probably going to be doing around 5 to 10 years in prison. Me and his mom got divorced years ago. And I would see him on the weekends when I could. He's a little older now, so he's got his job. He's got his own routine going and stuff like that. You know, I try to be there. I try to guide him. But now I'm sitting here wondering where it went wrong. Man, that's crazy. He says, I feel like I failed as a parent. And honestly, I feel like maybe I could have done more. But at the same time, I feel like you can only do so much. Am I wrong for feeling this way or what? You know? What was that saying? You can draw a horse to the river, to water. Can't force him a drink. I don't know. Whatever the saying is, you guys know it. Anyways, Robert, this is real life, bro. Divorce changes everything. You know, with that, time gets split. Influence gets split. Consistency gets harder. That same guidance and direction that you were trying to give your son at that time when you guys were together, where you were with him on a daily basis, all that changes, bro. Everything is split now. You gotta, it's different thoughts, different, direction. When you're only seeing your son on weekends, you're trying to fit full-time fatherhood, impact in your part-time moments that you have with your son. And that's tough. Going from, seeing him on the weekends, if even that sometimes, because, once kids hit that 18, they got a busy life. They're doing stuff. They're trying to do stuff, and hopefully, you did enough to guide them and lead them in the right direction. But here's the truth, man. Like I said, you can only show up. You can guide. You can love your children and still not control the choices they make. You can do all you can do, man, but once they get to that certain age, they're going to do what they want to do regardless. With that, Robert, you didn't fail because your son made a bad decision, and you're not wrong for feeling that way. Obviously, you're going to feel that way. That's guilt. that what if feeling that comes from caring, bro. You know, he's your son. You care. You're gonna obviously care. You're gonna care what happens to him. But you said something powerful. You can only do so much, and that right there is real, bro. You know, parenting isn't control. It's influence. You know, you can only influence them so much. You know, especially with the split parenting and stuff like that, you don't got that much control. So you can only influence them to do good and to go, in that right direction. So this isn't the end of your role as a father, though. It's a new phase. Now it's about, being there while he goes through this, helping him grow from it, making sure this mistake doesn't define his life. Because prison can either break someone or wake them the F up. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes for them to hit a hard rock or a stone or something, a wall, brick wall, for them to start, realizing, if your child made a life-changing mistake, would you blame yourself or accept that you did what you could and still show up for them? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Should you guys feel like Robert does right now, or should you guys, like I said, be there for them and try to guide them in the right direction so this doesn't affect their lives for the future? So with that, guys, this episode is brought to you by Kane 3D Studio. If you're into 3D prints, you need something custom designed or a unique creation, check out the Etsy shop. Link is in the description. Mother's Day is coming up. They got a couple good ideas here. They have a Bath and Body Works soap holder. I don't know if you guys can see that. Best mom, happy Mother's Day. Has the insert for the soaps. I think it's like 3 different soaps you guys can use. And then they got another nice addition here. Everything that defines a mom. Unconditional strength, protection, safe place, forever love, selfless. That mom is selfless, bro. My everything, your best friend, your lifeline. And for you Kobe fans, new edition, Black Mamba Kobe Bryant, number 8, number 24. Like I said, if you guys are interested in getting one of these, I think they got a sale going on right now. But yeah, like I said, check out Kane 3D Studio. Link is in the description. If you got a small business or you're trying to get out there, you want to be featured on the Mike Manifestations podcast, send in your information. Let's grow together. We'll put your business name and information out there. Let me know a little bit about your small business that you're trying to promote. We'll get it out there and get you some business. So with that, if this episode hits you guys, make sure you guys like and make sure you guys subscribe, share the podcast. Like I said, we're at 666 subscribers right now. Let's keep pushing towards that 1,000, baby. And then beyond that too, But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think. Should Robert be feeling this way? Like I said, I think all you can do at this point is pretty much be there for your son, or your daughter, whoever this may hit, as far as you guys out there listening. Sometimes it's a loved one, sometimes it's just a friend, sometimes it can be just anyone that that's going through the same situation. All you can do is be there. You know, all you can do is try to influence their be an influence in their life to guide them in that right direction. Once they get older, like I said, they get once they get older, they're too cool to hang out with dad, with mom, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and that's how life is, guys. Some people choose to kind of veer off that lane, once they get that certain age. Oh, I'm 18, bro, I'm gonna do what I want to do. F you guys. They start hanging around with the wrong crowd or the wrong people, and they're either that or they're in the bad situation, hanging out, or like they say, sometimes you're there at the wrong time with the wrong people, and you get mixed up all up in it. But it happens, man. Not everybody's gonna be on the straight and narrow path. Some people tend to veer off and they get caught up. But like you said, all you can do is be there for them. Robert, like I said, you shouldn't feel guilty, man. If you're a father, you've been there, you try to guide him, you did the best that you can do, whether they see it or not, whether your ex-wife sees that or not, whether anybody outside of that sees it or not. Who gives a damn? Deep down in your heart, you know what you did, you know what you were able to do. You try to influence him the best that you could, raise him the best you could. And, like I said, it's just natural, bro. Everybody's going to do what they want to do in the long run, whether it affects them, whether it affects anyone else in their life. Some people just have that mindset. They're going to do what they want to do. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys have anything, any situations going on in your life, make sure you guys hit that, send us an email, a text message, a DM, whatever it is. Let us know your situation. And we'll put it here on the Mic Drop Confessions. Anything it is, anything you want to talk about, something that you've seen, something that you've heard, just anything, something that people don't want to talk about, or some people that don't want to hear it. Let me know what it is. Hey, we'll put it on the podcast, man. I don't give a damn, whether it's good or bad. Hey, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, with that, I'm gonna leave you with this. Like I said, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, guys. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. With that, guys, take care of yourselves. Keep the conversations real, baby. Keep becoming a better version of yourself. And most importantly, here on the podcast, guys, hey, stay human, bro. Stay human. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. With that, we'll catch you guys on the next one, guys. Mike Metal Stations, baby. We out, baby. Peace. Love you guys.
I'm already buzzing and feeling alright. So grab a girl and take it to the dance floor. Tony's on the beat with the West Coast flow. Collaborating with 714. Mad Struggle is here to give you some more. I told you once that we ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna take it to the top and let the motherfucker drop. What goes up must come down. When the Tony's drop, man, I'm ready.